This is Michael Fetland. I was a 9/11 terrorism analyst. Today we're seeing Russia attack Ukraine with heavy weapons in cities, destroying hospitals, apartment buildings. Basically, it's the modern day version of genocide. And I can say that we're lucky that we have Joe Biden as president instead of the former guy who you may have forgotten, but he was impeached for withholding $400 million of military aid to Ukraine because he wanted to try to see if he could find some dirt on Joe Biden, his likely opponent, and did say that he thought NATO was obsolete, did everything he could to split NATO, talked about pulling troops out of Germany, and basically would have just said, Putin, go ahead and take Ukraine, no problem with me. Basically, Trump has never been able to utter the words, Putin is bad, Putin is awful. All he can say is, I love Putin, and he loves Kim Jong-un. He seems to love all these dictators, including Saudi's MBS crown prince who murdered an American journalist. That didn't bother Trump at all either. So if Trump were in office right now, you would see him splitting NATO, not giving one damn about Ukraine, and it would be awful. I mean, Russia would basically have carte blanche to do what it wanted to in Ukraine and whatever else after that, because Mr. Trump didn't care. In fact, when this whole invasion started, he called it genius. Genius. I mean, that's like saying Hitler's invasion of Poland in 1939 was, oh, what a genius move that was. Instead of, hey, that was awful, that was wrong, you're going the wrong way. That man is mentally unfit to be president. So thank God we have Joe Biden in charge, a real mature leader who's not going to stumble and say, oh, this, have fake Chinese, Russian, Chinese markings on a fighter, blowing a Russian jet out of the air, and somehow Putin would be so stupid to think that was the Chinese doing that to us. I mean, maybe he's a moron, but nobody else is, and nobody else would believe stupid stuff like that except maybe one of his followers who never got beyond third grade. But listen, we have a mature president who's walking that fine line between doing everything possible to help the Ukrainians fight their war without us doing it for them, like Afghanistan, and they're doing it. But in the meantime, count your lucky stars. By the way, gasoline, if you're worried about the price of gas, go to Europe. It's $8 a gallon, has been for years. We've been on the low side, folks. Get over your high horse. If you don't like filling up that big gas hog you bought, well, you might consider getting something else because that's more what normal pricing for fossil fuels is going to be. It's a dwindling global commodity, and eventually the prices keep going up. So either get that EV, get a cheaper car, or stop whining about the gas prices and just suck it up. Because you know what? No bombs are falling on your neighborhood, on your kid's school, on your hospital, right? So, your little inconvenience over those bombs hitting Ukraine, I'm sorry, I can't do crocodile tears. Michael Fetland, check it out, and American Values. Till next time, stay tuned.